and the marginalized. Prisoners, especially but not only African American male prisoners, played a strong role in these explosive times. The autobiography of Malcolm X awakened readers to the powerful claims of this dispossessed group and showed how a man could find himself and his voice behind bars. Eldridge Cleaver, George Jackson, and Angela Davis soon followed, influencing activists, black and white, with their social analyses. And when movement activists were jailed, they helped politicize prison culture. Inmates began to compare incarceration with slavery, to call themselves political prisoners, and to protest conditions rather than fight with one another. A prisoners' movement began to grow outside as well. In New York in 1967, David Rothenberg produced Fortune and Men's Eyes, a play by Canadian ex-convict John Herbert that brought to life the devastating effects of imprisonment for one young man. When a member of the audience challenged the play's authenticity after one performance, an ex-con rose from the audience to defend it. As more ex-convicts came to the theater, some making public their past for the first time, the post-curtain debate became as absorbing as the play. Rothenberg's theater office evolved into the first office of the Fortune Society, an organization that provides a therapeutic community for ex-prisoners and advocates criminal justice reform. Dramatizing the social upheaval of the 1960s were the inner-city riots that became more destructive with each summer and helped spark riots behind the razor wire. 48 riots were reported from 1968 through 1971, every one growing in intensity, the coherence of its racial or political ideology and organization. In 1970, riots in New York rocked Manhattan's Tombs and the upstate Auburn prison. In July 1971, a liberation faction of prisoners in Attica prison presented the corrections commissioner with demands to change brutal, dehumanized conditions. In California, on August 21, 1971, George Jackson was killed in an alleged escape attempt from San Quentin. The next day, Attica prisoners protested with a mass hunger strike. On September 9th, they seized the prison, killing one guard and 3 inmates. The uncompromising state response 4 days later was a police assault that wounded 128 and took 39 lives, 10 of them hostages. The assault was necessary because hostages were having their throats slashed, or so state officials told the media. But the next day, autopsies revealed that all had died of state-inflicted bullet wounds. This discovery, as well as the guards' brutal beatings of the recaptured prisoners, created a generation of prison activists and a storm of litigation. The official prison system misuse of power was dramatically curtailed as court orders reformed prison conditions across the country, while new statutes and regulations expanded prisoners' constitutional rights. As a class, prisoners could challenge cruel and unusual conditions of confinement, and, as individuals, they won rights to be given due process and to receive literature and practice the religion of their choice while incarcerated. A prison renaissance, as prison poet William Aberg characterized it, flourished in the 70s. Prisoners organized to form unions, fight for humane treatment, and bring educational, cultural, and religious programs inside the walls. The fruit of their efforts and outside pressures, prison college programs, arts workshops, and other rehabilitative programs sprang up everywhere. But in the same decade, forces were mounting that made penal policy swing back from treatment to custody, and from a rehabilitative to a retributive approach. Penologist Andrew von Hirsch, 1976, and Robert Martinson, 1974, assailed the rehabilitative ideal. Martinson saying that nothing works to reduce recidivism provided a soundbite for politicians who began to find get tough on crime rhetoric indispensable to their success. indeterminate sentencing practices that permitted prisoners to earn early release through good.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.